So Sheila, we're near a general election. How is the outcome of that general election going to affect Chichester College in the future?
Well, I think whichever party gets into power, we will have funding cuts and that will continue. However, both of the major political parties are very keen to increase apprenticeships. If Labour got in, they are keen to remove the level 2 apprenticeship, which I don't think I'm in favour of, because it means a lot of students would have to be ready for level 3, and the level 2 is a pathway into that. If the Conservatives got back into power, then I think it will be the same direction of travel that they're in now. So they will continue to focus on higher level adult skills, and they will continue to focus on getting people into university and higher level apprenticeships.
So Sheila, we have a lot of young people here at the college eligible to vote. What are we doing to encourage them to vote? Because we know that participation in previous elections has been very low for that group of learners.
Well, first of all, I'm absolutely passionate that young people should vote. After all, women certainly fought really hard to get the vote back into the early part of the last century, and we should now exercise that vote and get involved in the political arena, because it affects all of our lives. So we have done a lot to publicise young people registering to vote. That date has now passed, so we're now in a position to try and influence, or at least inform students as to how they should vote, and to that end we have a debate that is happening next Wednesday. We have got commitment from certainly 4 of the local candidates. We're just hoping that we can persuade the Conservatives to come in as well. We've provided posters and a lot of information around the college, and I'm therefore hoping that we will increase, certainly in this part of Sussex, the number of youngsters who vote, because at the last general election only 24% of those eligible between the ages of 18 to 24 actually bothered to vote.
So should our young people at college be just interested in the education policies of the main parties, or actually should they be interested in the other policies, and do they actually affect them?
I think the other policies affect people enormously. In the end, people are here in education because they want to go and find a job. They want to find a job that pays them well, that gives them the right skills, that allows them to move forward in their career. They also want to find a house to live in eventually, and housing policy will affect them. If they can't find a job, benefit policy affects them. So there's lots and lots in different parts of government which will affect young people who are studying here at the moment.
Shall we now go and talk to some of our students, see what they think?
So are you going to vote?
I would vote, but I'm only the age of 16, but if I have the opportunity, then I would do.
Great. And why do you think it's important that you have the opportunity to vote at 16?
Because I don't think it's right that because I'm 16 now, I'm not going to stay this age. I think in a few years' time, when people are going to be running our country and stuff, why should we, because we're 16 at that time, not have the say when we're older?
You're 18 and you're a student here studying A-levels. Why is it important for you to understand the general election and vote?
Well, because whoever gets voted in is going to have like direct control over what happens with education and with basically everything to do with what I'm going to, so employment and everything like that. That's all controlled by what the government decides to do. And actually this government that gets voted in is going to be in direct control of me, really, because in the next 5 years I will have a job, hopefully.
And it's great to hear that you're interested in politics, but a lot of young people like you don't vote, don't get involved, don't get interested. Why do you think they should get interested?
I think they should, because the fact is a lot of people don't realise how much the government does affects their lives, even without them realising it. And actually a lot of what the government does people don't understand, and so they find it boring, and that's one of the reasons they don't like it.
And what can we do as a college to change that perception for young people?
I think politics needs to be understood better. For example, they use a lot of words, that say socialism, is what I understand it, but then if you said that to someone who had no interest in politics, they might have no idea what it means and not have any interest in finding out. So I think there needs to be better understanding of what everything actually means around the politics before
Yeah.
you try and just like instantly teach someone about it.
Yeah. So Andy, general election coming up soon. Why is it important young people take notice and get involved?
I believe that it's the vote that a lot of people don't believe can actually do anything, but it can, and it's just persuading the young voter that their vote does count automatically, because a lot of them are new voters and not really sure what to do and stuff like that. So we just need to convince them that their vote counts just as much as anybody else in society.
And what have we been doing as a college to help them understand or promote the general election?
There's been a lot of advertising going on in just the boards and on the screens all around the campus, and just speaking to them as well, just coming up to them. I mean, when they come up to the counter, you know, you try and, are you voting? You vote. You just try and put it in on their radar, and all the social media as well. I mean, that is the way forward, I think, with the young vote. Is if it's on social media, then chances are they will take notice of it.
And do you think young people understand that it's not just about education, there are lots of other policies that will impact on their life?
It is, but because we're trying to, we are at college and we're giving it to them whilst they're at college, I think they maybe tie it in with, oh, it's just to do with college. So it's persuading that it's the whole of society, and it's not just going to affect their college life, it's going to affect them outside as well.